Hello Year 10. In this lesson, you are going to be focusing on why Adolf Hitler was able to become Chancellor of Germany in 1933. Before you start the lesson, complete the knowledge quiz to secure your knowledge up to this point. So pause the video and complete that now. In today's lesson, you're going to be establishing why Hitler and the Nazis were able to come to power in 1933, but also why the Weimar Republic failed at the same time. If you remember, the period 1924 to 1929 is known as the golden years of the Weimar Republic. The economy boomed, Germany made alliances with other countries, and culture went through a period of dramatic growth. However, following the Wall Street crash and the onset of the Great Depression, Germany was plunged into chaos. People no longer trusted the Weimar government, and they began to be attracted by more extreme political parties like the Nazis and the Communists. We can see this through the election results for the German Reichstag. The Reichstag, in the picture, was the German Parliament building, where people were elected here to represent the people of Germany. Now, as you can see, in 1928, the Nazis had 12 seats in the Reichstag. This grew to 107 in 1930 before reaching a high of 1930 in 1932. It's clear that the Great Depression triggered the Nazis to become more and more popular. However, despite this popularity, Hitler wasn't able to become Chancellor or Prime Minister of Germany. Yet in January 1933, he was finally appointed Chancellor. So why did this happen, and why did it take so long? You're going to examine a number of people who had an impact upon Hitler becoming Chancellor in January 1933. I'm going to give you a brief introduction to each one. First is President Hindenburg. He was President of Germany, the position above Chancellor, from 1925 until 1934. He had the power to appoint and dismiss the Chancellor. For a long time, he had a strong dislike of Hitler and refused to make him Chancellor. Second is Brüning, who was Chancellor at the beginning of the 1930s when the Depression first started. He failed miserably. He couldn't deal with the serious problems of the Great Depression and was sacked by Hindenburg. Third is von Papen. He was appointed Chancellor for a few months in 1932, following Brüning, but he couldn't get the support of the Reichstag and was soon out of a job. He made a secret agreement with Hindenburg to keep an eye on Hitler when Hitler was appointed Chancellor. Finally, von Schleicher, who was the last Chancellor before Hitler. All of these men played a role in Hitler becoming Chancellor of Germany. For the main task, you are going to be completing a table about how these men damaged the Weimar democracy, how did they create problems for it, and how they helped Hitler come to power. Read through the information sheet about von Papen. You just need to read the information, and then I'm going to show you how to use it. Pause the video and read the section now. Okay, once you've read the information, you will need to fill in the table. So for von Papen, I've got to explain how he damaged Weimar democracy. I have said that he ruled without the support of the Reichstag, formed a government of the barons in 1932 that contained no members of the Reichstag. So in 2 sentences, this shows that he ignored the German parliament, trying to take all the power for himself. Next, I need to explain how he helped Hitler get into power. I have said, made a secret deal with Hitler, persuaded Hindenburg to remove Schleicher and appoint Hitler as Chancellor. Again, 2 short sentences that shows that he directly helped Hitler become Chancellor, as it was his secret deal that meant Hindenburg agreed to support him. Now it's your go. Read through the cartoon timeline that explains the events between 1932 and 1933. Use this to complete the table for each of the people listed. Okay, well done on completing that. To summarise your work, write a sentence about each of these people. Just one simple fact in one sentence. I've already given you an example for each one. Okay, another quick task for you. It's really important in history that we get events in the correct chronological order, which is the order in which they happened. On this table, order the events from 1 to 7 using the boxes on the right hand side. You may need to go back and look at the cartoon timeline again. Pause the video and complete that now. For this task, you need to use your knowledge from the previous lesson as well as this lesson. In the box, create a list of 10 reasons why Hitler became Chancellor in January 1933. You should be thinking about the Great Depression, Nazi ideas, Hitler's ability as a speaker, anything that you have thought about in the last 3 lessons. Pause the video and complete that now. Now you have a list of 10 events, number them from 1 to 10 in the order of importance. Number 1 is the most important and number 10 is the least important. Okay, final task for today, Year 10. No exam question today. I would like you to explain in about 6 to 8 sentences why you have chosen your most important reason why Hitler became Chancellor in 1933. Write it on the Google Doc as the last task. Well done for today, a really important lesson on a really important topic. Don't forget, as usual, there is an extra ticket for you to complete before you finish.